Mid-State Hospital and the Department of Health are working to figure out whether an apparent case of Legionnaires' disease came from the hospital.
Another patient at that hospital is pretty angry. He spoke with our Seth Kaplan, who joins us now from the newsroom. Seth.
Alicia and Valerie, we want to be very clear about what we do and don't know, just as that patient, Craig Harry, was very clear with us about what he does and doesn't know.
I had to pack the truck 3 times and drive 3 times from Shippensburg to up here.
A taxing move to Williamstown, Upper Dauphin County, late November.
I slept for 24 hours.
Wasn't okay when he woke up.
And she's like, get a shower, get dressed, you're going to the hospital. The next thing I remember is December 16th, when they had brought me out of the coma.
After 3 weeks.
Septic shock, sepsis, blood infection, pneumonia, and cellulitis. The doctor said, we didn't expect you to be around.
Ended up here, Penn State Rehab Hospital in Derry Township, run by Select Medical.
So they come around Friday morning, they're like, don't use the water. I'm like, for what? They said, for anything. They said, don't brush your teeth, don't wash your hands, you can't get a shower. I'm like, why? And they said, well, there was a gentleman that was here that was diagnosed with Legionnaires.
It is a lower respiratory infection.
Dr. Natalie Exum, a Johns Hopkins environmental health scientist. The disease comes from Legionella, a bacteria sometimes found in water pipes.
The challenge with it is that it has a mortality rate of about 10% in individuals who are diagnosed with it. If you are more elderly and you are in the hospital, it can have a fatality rate of even 25%. So it's a very serious infection.
I'm like, when did this happen? They said January 9th. I'm like, okay. And this is now what? 26? I said, and we're just finding about this now. Why?
That was Friday.
So I just bawled like a baby. And then I'm like, you know what? Get in touch with my case manager.
He went home a few days earlier than planned.
You can't shower with bottled water.
Just because someone who had been at the hospital got Legionnaires doesn't mean they got it there.
You have to find the problem and then do something about the problem, and that requires time.
Select Medical tells us it's, quote, fully cooperating with health authorities and taking all necessary measures to ensure the safety of current and future patients as well as staff. Penn State Health tells us it's working in close coordination with Select Medical to investigate any potential connection between the patient illness and the rehabilitation hospital. And together, we'll take any actions needed to protect patients, staff, and the community. Next time, we got to hire movers.
And we'll die in this house. I'm not moving again.
Yeah, out of the hospital and out of the moving business. The health department says it always works with facilities that have potential cases, but because of confidentiality, doesn't talk about specific facilities or cases. The incubation period for Legionnaire's disease, Alicia, is 12 to 14 days.
Thank you, Seth.